Hey, my name is Madison Potts. I'm here to discuss with you what savanna preference is and why it's important to know about. Evidence has shown that people tend to favor savanna-like environments over the different landscapes that other biomes have to offer. So what is a savanna? It is the biome that falls between a tropical rainforest and a desert. It's typically found close to the equator, and there is enough rainfall for the grass, shrubs, and isolated trees to survive, but not enough to provide support for forests to grow. So why are people more fond of these kind of landscapes that are defined as park-like? Is it because they're more pleasing to look at, or it could be more complex than that? To begin with, let's discuss what we would expect to see in a good example of this savanna-like scenery, which would include openness, because the open sky and simple landscape are free of clutter, which allows the audience's attention to stay on whatever the focus is supposed to be. Scattered trees that are sparsely placed and can be good for breaking up the open sky just a little bit so that the picture doesn't seem quite as empty, like in this image shown. A good example will feature natural bodies of water that contribute to the beauty of nature and has proven to have a positive effect on people's unconscious mindset. But in order for this visual to be considered savanna-like, it's important that it shows more grass than water. There should only be one or two different kinds of grasses shown, since too much differentiation in color and height could be distracting for the viewer. Small, harmless animals grazing or frolicking in the background of the field add to the cuteness factor, but they should never be the focus. All of these elements are characteristics of the savanna. So do people prefer visualizations that utilize the savanna biome? I can't think of anyone that would disagree that open grasslands and blue skies are not beautiful, but it can't just be about the appearance, because other biomes are arguably more attractive, like the mountainous tundra with its stunning peaks covered with blankets of snow, or the cohesive blending of numerous pigments of green found in tropical rainforests, and even the flat, dry sand in deserts can make for nice artwork sometimes. So what is it that distinguishes the savanna above the others for people if they can all be equally attractive? To do this, we should consider the environmental factors beyond what meets the eye, like what it would be like to live there and experience their climate. And to properly do this, we must consider all benefits and disadvantages that each biome has to offer. The tundra is the most harsh biome because of the extreme temperatures that the climate has, make it difficult for a person to maintain the proper body temperature. The rainforests offer warm temperatures year-round and plenty of rainfall, but the lush vegetation allows for deadly creatures to hide in every corner. The desert makes it clear for any predator to be spotted far away, but the lack of rainfall make it easy to die from dehydration. Now let's look at the savanna. The grasslands indicate that there is some rainfall, which is necessary for human survival, and the flat landscape allow for any predators to be spotted from far away. So what does all this mean? Well, according to Butler, Holden, and Lidwell, who suggest that the savanna preference likely provided adapted benefits to human ancestors. Or in other words, the savanna gave the people that lived there an advantage for surviving over those that resided in the much harsher environments. So, considering this theory, that would mean that the openness of the savanna provides security of being able to spot any threat of danger from a distance away, giving people enough time to react. The scattered trees indicate that there's enough water for someone to be able to survive. The visible water is a source of drinking water that people are able to obtain without having to exert extra calories that they can otherwise save. The uniform grass allows for anything suspicious to be spotted. And signs of harmless wildlife indicate that there are no predators lingering nearby, because things like gazelles would be the first to go. Now that we've discussed what savanna preference is and how it's come about, let's talk about how it's used. This method is used for target audiences of all different ages and cultures, but especially for young children. This can be found in things like pieces of art. It can be the inspiration behind interior design and landscaping, and is also commonly used in advertisement designed to inflict a positive emotion onto a person. For young children, it is often used as the backdrop for early childhood television shows like the popular show Teletubbies, and also for apps that are created for young kids. Now let's review what all we've learned so far about savanna preference. Is preferring characteristics found in the savanna biome over others. A good example would be open and include visible water, open grass, scattered trees, and signs of wildlife. It is used for audiences of various ages and culture, but especially in young children, and you can find examples of this being used everywhere. I really hope that this module gave you a better understanding of what savanna preference is and will allow you to recognize it anytime you come across it in your life. Thank you for watching.